read a whole bunch of Christmas books just because they kind of are hard to come by unless you actually go out and purchase them yourself. And I tried to budget my money carefully and not buy a whole bunch of books. And so I don't buy a lot of Christmas books. I don't have a lot of Christmas books. But there are some Christmas books that I have read and highly recommend, and I definitely want to share those book recommendations with you. First Christmas book I would like to share with you is actually part of a series, and this is probably, I think this is probably my favorite Christmas book / books that I've ever read, and it is the Red Glove series by Karen Kingsbury. I think those books are so well written. I love how short they are, and like they're perfect for like doing 12 days of Christmas or any kind of Advent for getting ready for Christmas and reading. I can't remember if they are romances or not. Maybe like one of them's a romance, but I'm kind of thinking they're not romances. But even if they do have a little bit of romance in them, it shares the true meaning of Christmas and what it means to give, and that it's better to give than to receive. And I love these books so much. My favorite is Gideon's Gift. I loved that book so much, and it's what hooked me. The other ones are great as well. They're not as good in my opinion, but I love them so much and think they are so good for Christmas to get you in the Christmas spirit. But more than just thinking about Christmas trees and presents and Santa Claus and all of that, it reminds you of giving and wanting to give. And I really love books that inspire me to do goodwill during Christmas time, and so that is a great series. Another book that's kind of along the same lines, I actually just read this book recently and talked about it in one of my videos, I can't remember which one, is Can This Be Christmas by Debbie Macomber, maybe? And this book is about a group of people who are in a train station. Maybe I haven't talked about this book yet, actually, in a video yet. I haven't actually posted the video where I talk about this book yet, but hopefully that video will come soon. But this book is about a group of people who are at a train station on Christmas Eve, I believe, and they are grumbling and complaining and not having a good time because the train has shut down. They're trying to get to their destinations for Christmas, and everyone seems to have something going on in their life that's not great. Some people are going through a divorce or already have gone through a divorce, or I know one couple just adopted a baby, and so there is that, and then one person just lost her husband. Every person had a different story and a different background, but they all were in this train station and were all having the same problem, that they couldn't get home for Christmas. And so they all were having bad attitudes and grumbling and complaining the majority of the book. But near the end, they realize the true meaning of Christmas and begin to try to have the best Christmas Eve. And they all work together to provide that for each other. And it ended up being so good, and I really enjoyed this book. It's another one that makes you remember the true meaning of Christmas. It's more than just a Hallmark romance, although I love those too. This book just goes deeper and shows you the true meaning of Christmas, and watching everyone come together to create that Christmas for each other was so magical, and I loved it so much. So I highly recommend that book as well. The last one that I have that is not a romance and kind of goes deeper into the true meaning of Christmas is The Wish Book Christmas, which is about these two boys. It's actually really a funny story how these two come together. You have to read the first book in the series to understand more of their background, but you can read the story without reading that book. This is just the Christmas novella, and you can read it as a standalone. But the way these boys come together is kind of funny, different, and unique as well. But these two boys find a Christmas catalog, and they look through the Christmas catalog, and they become obsessed with the Christmas catalog, and they love circling all of the gifts that they want, which is basically everything in the catalog, and they're just so excited about Christmas. But as the book goes on, they learn the true meaning of Christmas, and that it's better to give than it is to receive. And I think this is another book that is really magical in that sense, learning the true meaning of Christmas for these two little boys, and it was a great reminder for me to read about. I really enjoyed that book as well. I thought it was really cute and good for like kids too. Okay, moving on to more like romance Christmas books. One that is like super Hallmarky, but like I loved it, was Christmas with a Crank. and this is by Courtney Walsh, which is like one of my favorite authors. So I really enjoyed this. I can't remember all the details about it, but I know there's a Christmas tree farm that is soon to be shut down, I think, because I don't know, there's no owner of this Christmas tree farm, and I think the son who's supposed to own it doesn't want to. I don't remember all the details, but I just remember really liking it and thinking it was funny. And so I do recommend that one. Another one that she wrote is A Cross Country Christmas, and this one I liked even more. I love this book. I don't think it's a second chance romance, but I can't remember, but it is a best friend's brother romance, I think, right? Best friend's brother or brother's best friend, one of those. I just love this story. I fell in love with it immediately, and like it was just really fun. They're on a road trip together, so it's also like forced proximity, which I also love, and so that is another great one. All of Courtney Walsh's books are amazing though, so I love all of the Christmas books that she's written. She actually just wrote another one that I really want to read that's a hockey romance set during Christmas time, but I highly recommend all of her books, especially these Christmas ones, but Across Country Christmas is probably my favorite out of all of them. Next is another book that I talked about in that same video that hasn't been uploaded yet, and it is A Dreaded Christmas Pageant by Caitlin Grace. This is an indie author, and I actually got an ARC copy of this book, which an ARC is an advanced reader's copy. You get it before it's actually published. And I really love this book. It was like a Hallmark movie, but it also does dive into the deeper meaning of Christmas as you get through the book. And there's a lot of faith themes in it, which I love a book with good faith themes. This book specifically had the faith theme of trusting God and waiting on God, and how he works everything in his perfect timing. Sometimes things don't always go our way, the way that we think we should, especially timing wise. Like we think that we should be at this stage of life at this time. And this book just reminds you that God is working behind the scenes and that he has a perfect plan, and it is best to trust him with that plan and to just let him have control over your life. Ask him what he wants, and to make sure you obey, even if you don't understand, even if you don't want to, because there is a reason behind it and it'll be worth it in the end. So I really love this story. I think it was beautifully written, and it was funny, it was cute, it was short, and the romance was adorable. So all of that makes for a great Christmas book, but the best part about it was also those deeper themes. Like I just love that in a Christmas book. So as long as the book has that, I'm probably going to love it. And this is another one that I highly recommend. Okay, and the next one, I think this is going to be my last one that I'm going to recommend. There are other Christmas books that I liked as well, but in this video I'm just going to talk about my ultimate favorite books, which are the ones that I have mentioned so far. And the last one I'm going to mention is A Christmas Promise by Gabrielle Meyer. I love Gabrielle Meyer, as everyone knows by now, but this Christmas novella really blew me away. I fell in love with it, and the only critique that I had is that it wasn't long enough. Like I wish we could have gotten more of this story. The details are kind of hazy in my mind, especially since I know that I was mixing up two of the books that I read at the same time, this one and A Christmas by Gaslight, and I feel like the book that I'm thinking of in my head right now is A Christmas by Gaslight, and so I don't want to say what it's about just in case I'm wrong. But I do remember loving the romance so much and wishing we could have gotten more of it because it was so cute and I loved it so much. So I do highly recommend that book. Sorry I can't give you more details about what it's about, but I love it so much. And those are my favorite Christmas books that I love to recommend. I hope you can read at least one of them, and that it will get you in the Christmas spirit, and that it will help you to remember even deeper than just the Hallmark Christmas, than the commercialized Christmas that we all know and love, which is fine, but that there is a deeper meaning, that we are supposed to be remembering Jesus' birth and ultimately his death, to remember to give, because the reason why we give presents for Christmas and the reason why we celebrate this is because Jesus gave his life for us. And so that's why we give to other people, and that's why it is more important to give to other people than it is for us to get things. I love a book that can help you with that, and these books are really good for that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and that you will continue to stick around for Vlogmas. I'm enjoying doing Vlogmas. I'm not getting too stressed right now. I'm just trying to do easy videos and shorter videos so that they're easier to edit. But I'm having a great time. I hope you're having a great time. Subscribe if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye!